Hi, second grade families. In second grade in math, addition is a big standard that we cover, whether it be with regrouping, without regrouping, 2 digits, or 3 digits. So we have a little poem that we teach our students when we do addition. This is going to be addition with regrouping. If you look, we have 27 plus 15, and when you add or subtract, you always start in the ones. You're going to start in the ones place, and when you add 7 plus 5, you get 12. And when you add, if it's 10 or more, you're going to carry next door. So we have to carry the 1 that's in the tens place over to the tens place, and the 2 from the 12 that's in the ones place down into the ones place. Then we've added the ones, we're moving on to the tens, and you add 1 plus 2, which is 3, plus 1 more is 4. Again, here, this goes with our poem. If you're adding, we have 35 plus 14, starting in the ones. If you add in the ones and your number, when you add, is less than 10, so 5 plus 4 is 9, you let it rest. 9 or less, let it rest. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Moving to the tens, 3 plus 1 is 4. Here is an example in action of James explaining an addition problem.
So first we'll add up these. So 7 plus 6 equals 13. That's 10 or more. So we will put our 3 here. We'll take our 1 up here. Then 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 5 plus 3 equals 8. So the sum is 83. And then 6 plus 2 equals 8, and 8 is 9 or less. So we'll put it down here. And then 5 plus 1 equals 6. So the answer is 68.
Another big standard that we have in second grade is subtraction. We do 2-digit subtraction and 3-digit subtraction. We have 3 different poems that we use when we are doing subtraction. The first poem is when we look at the ones place. If we have more on top, no need to stop. So in this case, we have 58 minus 3. 8 is bigger than 3, so we have more on top, so we do not need to stop. We can go ahead and just subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. The next poem is more on the floor. Go next door and get 10 more. So we're going to look at our ones place again. We have 2 and 8. 2 is smaller than 8, so we have to borrow from next door. So we go next door, we cross off the 4, and we take 1 10. So we make it a 3. We take that 10 over to the ones place to make the 2 now a 12. Now we can go back to our first poem. We have more on top, so there's no need to stop. 12 minus 8 is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. The last poem that we have is numbers the same, zeros the game. So in this case, we have 37 minus 7. If we look in the ones place, 7 and 7 are the same numbers. So we know when we have the same 2 numbers, 0 is always going to be our answer. So 7 minus 7 is 0, and 3 minus 0 is 3.
This is a second grader, Greg, doing a subtraction problem, and he is going to show us how to do subtraction with regrouping.
So, there was a little rhyme that my teacher taught me in my class. If there's more on top, there's no need to stop. But if there's more on the floor, we're going to need to carry next door and then take this number, take 110 away, which that number leaves a 7 behind. Then we need to cross out the 3, but it is no longer a 3. And we give that 10 to the 3, that's going to be a 13. And now there's 57. 13 minus 7 will equal 6. I used addition to help me with that problem. And then I know 5 plus 2 equals 7, so 7 minus 5 would equal 2. So that gives us a sum of 26.
Sum or difference?
Difference of 26.
There you go.